Governor Scott Walker is making moves to hop into the 2016 presidential race. He went on ABC's This Week on Sunday and showed us how much he really knows about foreign policy.
What's your big, bold, fresh idea in Syria?
Well, I think I go back to the red line.
Let's not go back. Let's go forward. What's your big, bold idea in Syria?
I think aggressively we need to take the fight to ISIS and any other radical Islamic terrorist in and around the world, because it's not a matter when they attempt an attack on American soil, or not if, I should say, it's when. And we need leadership that says clearly, not only amongst the United States, but amongst our allies, that we're willing to take appropriate action. I think it should be surgical.
You don't think 2,000 airstrikes is taking it to ISIS in Syria and Iraq?
I think we need to have an aggressive strategy anywhere around the world. I think it's a mistake.
But what does that mean? I don't know what aggressive strategy means. If we're bombing and we've done 2,000 airstrikes, what does an aggressive strategy mean in foreign policy?
I think anywhere and everywhere we have to go beyond just aggressive airstrikes. We have to look at other surgical methods. And ultimately, we have to be prepared to put boots on the ground if that's what it takes. Because I think,
Boots on the ground in Syria? U.S. boots on the ground in Syria?
I don't think that's an immediate plan, but I think anywhere in the world.
You wouldn't rule that out?
I wouldn't rule anything out. I think when you have the lives of Americans at stake and our freedom-loving allies anywhere in the world, we have to be prepared to do things that don't allow those measures, those attacks, those abuses to come to our shores.
Okay, credit to Martha Raddatz there, because she did what is a rare good job in old media. I mean, in the mainstream media, they usually don't press people and they don't really force them to give their own policy positions. Usually, the Republicans can just go on there, go right to their talking points, and attack the president mercilessly without giving their own beliefs. But she did a decent job holding his feet to the fire there. If anything, I would have went a little bit tougher, but I mean, I'm nitpicking at that point because she did some good things. So, I mean, that was just embarrassing for Scott Walker. And you often see this with governors who want to run for president. When they're pressed on foreign policy, they're like, oh, shit, I don't know what's going on. I mean, one example is, I think it was Rick Perry. He wasn't exactly sure who Hamas is. Like, he gave an answer when he was asked a question about Hamas that kind of made a lot of people think, whoa, does he not exactly know who Hamas is? And this has happened all the time. Like, another thing Rick Perry said, I'm picking on Rick Perry, probably because he's the dumbest on these issues. He said Turkey was run by, the government of Turkey was Islamic terrorists or something like that. Meanwhile, Turkey is one of our top allies. It's our top ally in that region. Now, you can say, hey, the regime is a little too religious and I don't like that. That's fine. In fact, I do say that. But to say that it's run by terrorists, no clue. They have no clue about foreign policy. So Scott Walker, he got caught up in his talking points. The talking points weren't enough, so he panicked. He was like, well, we need strong leadership in Syria. Martha Raddatz is like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. What do you mean strong leadership? Define it for me. He's like, what I mean by strong leadership is an aggressive strategy. She's like, okay, so what is strong leadership and what is an aggressive strategy? You need to give me details here. Give me an actual policy for the region. And then he's like, well, we're doing airstrikes. And she's like, yeah, is that not strong enough? Obama's doing, over 2,000 airstrikes on ISIS? That seems to be pretty aggressive. That seems to be pretty strong. So what do you want to do? Well, what we should be prepared to put boots on the ground. She's like, okay, so we should put boots on the ground in Syria? He's like, no, don't put boots on the ground in Syria, but, fuck, this is hard. I didn't know this was going to be that hard. So, and by the way, you press almost any Republican on this issue and they'll crumble. Because their talking points on Obama are, you be stronger in Syria, weak presence are in the Middle East. And then when people say, okay, well, what do you want to do? Well, boots on the ground need to be an option. Okay, but do you want to put them there? Not yet. Well, that's what Obama's doing. Obama's, of course, left boots on the ground as an option. I wish he didn't, but he did. He said that repeatedly. And he's also doing airstrikes in the region. So in other words, you want exactly what he's doing, but you still want to criticize him anyway, which shows that that's thing number one on the agenda. It's attack him no matter what, and after the fact, find some way to rationalize your attack. But what happens is when you agree with him and you attack him anyway, if somebody is a decent interviewer, your talking points crumble. They crumble in front of the world. We want strength in Syria. Okay, 2,000 airstrikes, that's not enough? We need boots on the ground. Oh, really? You want boots on the ground? No, not boots on the ground yet, but let me think about, I don't know, let me keep attacking Obama even though I agree with him. Robot broken.